RZLV is having an active day today, the 16th of December 2025, up 36%. Volume so far is 4x its usual volume. It's also trading at a decent premium to its volume weighted average price. Volatility is expected to remain pretty much what it is like in the coming days. Let's find out what the sentiment is. It's not trending, but it's one of the most active right now.
Rezolve AI has announced it now expects a record December revenue exceeding $17 million, marking a notable acceleration in commercial momentum and signaling improving operating leverage across the business. Alongside the revenue milestone, the company also reported positive adjusted EBITDA, a key inflection point that is strengthening investor confidence around Resolve AI's path towards sustainable profitability. Upward guidance revision. Building on this momentum, management now expects exit 2025 annual recurring revenue, ARR, to surpass $200 million, a meaningful upgrade from the company's prior $150 million guidance. The increase suggests stronger than anticipated customer adoption, improved monetization, and expanding deal sizes across Resolve AI's enterprise and commerce focused AI offerings. Operating leverage taking hold. Positive adjusted EBITDA indicates that incremental revenue is increasingly flowing through to the bottom line, reinforcing the view that Resolve AI's cost structure is scaling efficiently. Investors are interpreting this as evidence that earlier investments in technology, sales, and partnerships are beginning to pay off. Confidence in execution. The raised ARR outlook reflects management's growing confidence in pipeline visibility and execution heading into 2025. Community discussions emphasize that exceeding guidance by such a wide margin points to accelerating demand rather than one off strength, particularly given the consistency implied by ARR growth. Market reaction and sentiment. These updates have added fuel to bullish sentiment, especially following recent volatility and short pressure. Supporters view the combination of record revenue, profitability progress, and sharply higher guidance as a strong rebuttal to earlier skepticism and a potential catalyst for continued re rating if execution remains on track. Overall, Resolve AI's latest projections reinforce a narrative of rapid scaling, improving fundamentals, and rising credibility, shifting the conversation from survival and dilution concerns to growth durability and long term value creation.
It is hard to borrow, and the short interest we have noticed is no longer that high. It is around 7%, but it's hard to borrow anyway. This is because it has announced some positive outcomes. I believe short sellers might begin to get skeptical. So let's see how all of this turn out. Okay, yeah, let's see now. Underlying trend is bullish, okay, modestly bullish. Okay, the extrapolation is saying that this trend they picked up today may remain in place up till Thursday, the 18th. What are the odds of that happening? Then after that, the downtrend may resume. Okay, and then it might bounce again by the from the 6th of January. It might bounce again, but the 40-day moving average is expected to remain a primary supply line. Yeah, which is what it may be doing soon. Yeah, it may. This is what for now it's not, or it may if it closes. If it if by tomorrow, or yeah, if by tomorrow it doesn't hold the strength, then maybe we can say that the 40-day moving average has served as a primary supply line. For now, it is not. It hasn't. Momentum is expected to continue. Is expected to pull back from tomorrow, the 17th. Okay. Projections are saying currently as things stand right now, nothing to the upside. Severely bearish, severely negative downward projections. But as of Friday, Friday the 12th, it had 3.49, 3.89, 4.15. Okay. As far back as the 28th of November, it had as high as 7.33, 6.65, 5.55, and indeed also downward projections of 1.51, 2.4, and then an upper projection of 3.83. Let's see what we have on its daily chart, on its 4 hour chart rather. The 4 hour chart, the extrapolation is saying that it might hold the strength up till the pre market session of tomorrow, and any pullback, any contraction is not expected to remain sustained. So, as a matter of fact, it may resume the uptrend from Thursday the 18th, going all the way towards Friday the 19th, the close of Friday the 19th. Then, after that, we might begin to see a contraction. That's just an extrapolation. No guarantee that that will be the case. Projections here are saying nothing to the upside as of now. 2.19, 2.29, 2.44, but we've seen even really ambitious projections. Yeah. So let's see now whether we can find what it did today. If there are any intraday highs, are we gonna get enough memory for that? Let's see. Yeah, 3.24 printed today intraday high, 3.24. Okay, so see what you make of RZLV, and thank you very much for watching this video. Oh, before we go, let's have a look. As I indicated earlier on, it is hard to borrow. Hard to borrow, yeah. But the short interest is not high. It's a mix of things. So I mean, the short interest is not everything. Not doesn't mean a world of stuff. It's important. It is important, very important. But it's not may not be sufficient because some of those positions may have been opened at very high prices. Yeah, yeah. If they have been opened at very high prices, it may not be the case. And also sometimes it may also just be a hypothecation where maybe a set of persons have just been recycling, of been they've just been increasing the maybe okay, well, yeah, it's not everything. It's things like how to borrow. Those are the things that can mean some things. They can mean it can be problematic for short sellers who are currently trying to short, who are shorting in the interim. They can be a problem for them. Okay, yeah, we have this is just volume, not an open interest. So it's been a lot of activity has gone on around its $3.5 strike. Yeah, of late. Yeah, and even the $3 strike as well. They've seen okay, between $3 and $4, a decent amount of transactions have gone through there. These ones will expire this Friday. Let's see what it December 26th. Whether there are things there. Okay, nothing much. Just mostly around the 3.5, 3 to $4, $3 to $4. That's where a decent amount of activity has gone on. Yeah, so nothing here to worry market makers. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video.